How is it going, ladies and gentlemen? How is your day going on this beautiful, well, is it beautiful today? It's nice out.
Every day is beautiful.
Every day is beautiful.
Praise it was nicer earlier.
Praise the Lord that we're all alive. Praise the Lord. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into another episode of Talking Trends for Wednesday, May 23rd.
Dude, I love this new angle.
You like the new angle?
Man,
I feel, yeah.
it's fresh.
You were saying it was like, yeah, I feel like we should be talking like high level.
Yeah, like we're so like right there.
Hey guys.
I feel like I'm talking to me.
Yeah, it's like we're in your living room or wherever you're watching this.
It's a little maybe too close than you like. But you're here. You got to deal with it now.
Exactly.
And now you can see our figurines a little better.
Hey, give them a little touch. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time tuning into Talking Trends, myself and Tony find interesting articles from across the globe and we bring them to the comforts of your home, and which is Facebook Live right now. And for those listening online, tune in on Facebook Live next time. Facebook.com/We Talking Trends. Yeah. Unlike a lot of podcasts out there, ladies and gentlemen, this is done live. So Facebook, ladies and gentlemen of Facebook right now, we want to hear your comments and opinions on the stories that we are going to be covering.
Yeah.
And speaking of those stories,
What they be,
we're going to tell you today. Unfortunate situation coming from United States of America, where a 4-year-old has unfortunately shot and killed his 2-year-old brother because the kid had found a gun.
Sad.
All too familiar story.
Yeah, very sad.
Tony's going to talk about the odd food combinations that apparently you shouldn't have together.
Don't do it. And actually, some surprising ones. We were going through a couple of them. We're like, really?
I couldn't believe it when you're telling me. I was like, oh my God, I've been doing that my entire life.
Yeah, well, we'll figure it out. There's some things you got to change, people.
Right. Speaking of change, ladies and gentlemen, the NFL has recently changed a couple things too.
Again.
The kneeling situation, as we know, became pretty famous last year.
Yeah.
Now NFL teams will be sued and fined if players are going to be kneeling on the field. We'll talk about that more in a little bit. Mm-hmm. And finally, just thinking about this is crazy. Shouts out to Newfoundland, Canada, about to experience 30 centimeters of snow at the end of May. May 23rd, 24th. It's today and tomorrow they're going to experience 30 centimeters of snow.
What the hell, man? We're going to go details on that disgusting breaking fucking news, man.
Just looking at that picture.
I thought it was fake.
Me too. When you told me that, I was like, yeah, okay.
Oh, dude. It's real. And people in Gander are like, no, it's real.
Unbelievable. Bye.
Yep. Yeah, bye.
Before we get today's show started, we always like to send a happy birthday shout out to our famous celebrity friends. And today, our famous celebrity friends' birthdays go out to, happy birthday to, Drew Carey.
Drew Carey getting old. 60 years old.
That's crazy.
He looks like he's like 50 or late 40s.
I think it's the hair too. Because
hair?
Yeah, I think he permanently dyed his hair gray or something. I don't know.
Oh, did he? He kind of looks like a big baby too. He's still got baby fat on his cheeks. Like he lost. Pinch his cheeks.
He did lose a lot of weight though.
He did. That's true. Good on him. Yeah,
which is awesome. Yeah. And happy birthday to Jewel.
Yeah, Jewel turning. What is she turning? 44.
Sheesh.
Yep. She's getting up there.
She's getting up there.
But she looked good.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to shout you out too. Myself and Tony do the Talking Trends roll call halfway through the show. So please stay in the chat. Get warm. Get cozy. We're going to have a good show, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we will.
Up first, I'm going to start the show off on somewhat of a depressing note. 4-year-old accidentally shoots and kills his 2-year-old brother after mistaking a real handgun for a toy gun. A Virginia toddler died Tuesday after his older brother accidentally shot him with a gun, and the boy who shot him thought the real gun was a toy, according to the county sheriff's office. It's not yet clear how the 4-year-old boy had access to the weapon, which he fired Tuesday morning, striking his 2-year-old brother in the chest. Quote unquote, "It's of paramount importance to make sure your guns are secure and out of reach of children and everything," one of the deputies said. At least have them unloaded or safety lock them, whatever you have to do to keep them from discharging accidentally. The children's mother was at home, oddly enough, during the shooting when it occurred.
Suspect.
Oh, yeah. quote unquote, it will be thoroughly investigated. Our heart breaks for the family. They're devastated naturally. So we want to do everything we can do to help them. Neighbor Linda Eddy told a local news station that she's known the family for more than a decade. There's no way they would have left a loaded handgun out, which they kind of did.
They did.
So, sorry, Linda. They're good people, good Christians, and good people that take care of their children. Make sure they have everything that they need. I know this is going to be tragic to them. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, an all too familiar story.
Another incident, man. With where was this at again?
Virginia.
So,
The state where you can open carry as well.
Yeah, there you go. That was a great idea.
It's interesting. It's you kind of keep everybody else in check.
Yeah,
with the guns. That's the argument. Because a lot of people argue, you know, if the gun laws were different in other states, if you were allowed to openly carry,
right.
Gun enthusiasts argue that certain shootings, mass shootings, would have not occurred. I beg to differ.
Yeah,
I think they would have. I think once a person has an idea of what they're going to do that day, they're going to stick to it, no matter the result. So,
yeah, I don't think the answer to guns is more guns.
I don't think so.
That
either.
Seems to not work.
No.
It seems to be the opposite situation.
Right.
Two wrongs don't make a right. Not that it's wrong, but more violence doesn't help more violence. So
no, I agree.
But yeah, this is a sad story. This is and it's a common, like we said, we talk about these kind of stories all the time.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate when it happens to someone this young, two kids that were playing, but it goes back to responsibility. I mean, the kids access these guns, loaded gun, somewhere in the home, and the parents' home.
That's the crazier part.
The mother's home.
The fact, well, it would have been weird if the 4-year-old and the 2-year-old were at home by themselves. I mean, it would have just added more craziness to the story.
Of course.
But even this is sort of crazy as well because, like, yeah, one of the parents, or maybe single parent, was at the house when this happened. I mean, it's kind of like what you couldn't kept an eye on them. If you knew, especially if I had a gun.
Yeah.
And it was loaded in the house. And for some reason, I wanted to keep it that way. And I had my children, I would be extra cautious and watching them, be like, you know what? You're not leaving my eyesight because I know in the house there's a loaded gun somewhere.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Yeah, exactly. Especially if that was the case.
Yeah.
I have two kids. There'll be times, even at that age, they were 3 and 2, they're only a year apart. There's times they're playing in the house.
Yeah.
You're not around them 24/7.
Yeah, it's impossible.
But like you said, if you know they're going to be out of your sight even for a minute, whatever the case may be, you might want to lock that freaking gun up, man.
Lock the gun up, or if you remember which room the gun is in, just have
lock that fucking room.
Exactly, just have no access to that room. But I mean, if you can take anything away from these unfortunate events, ladies and gentlemen, you have to learn from them. So if there's anybody out there who happens to have, loaded guns in their household, I mean, learn from this event. Get a safety lock for the gun. Have the bullets and the gun separately. Have them in different locations. Keep the lock key at work or keep it in a different location.
Yeah, for sure. Kathy says, so glad we have gun laws. Jeanette, they're probably desensitized. Genevieve says, I think that if you're a parent, the regulations should be different.
Right.
Maybe for gun laws.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that is the case. But I mean, it seems like a no-brainer, man. Like you have a gun in the home with children. If you have a gun in the home, period, it should be locked away somewhere. Yeah,
and it's great. As I was just kind of going through the comments, one person said, "A safe. If you can afford to buy a gun, you can afford to buy a gun safe." I think, if you're I think there should be certain rules too. If
I mean, yeah.
When it comes to the families too, it's like if you purchase a gun, I think you should have to. It's almost like it should be in regulation. You have to buy something for it to be for safekeeping.
Dude, it doesn't even have to be. Yeah, you're right. I agree. Something to go along with the gun.
Yeah,
that keeps it safe.
It needs a lot, or you can't get the gun until you have enough money. You just can't buy a handgun. You need to buy the safe that goes along with it, or you just have to save up until you have enough money.
Yeah, but man, get a lockbox. Go to
$20 on Amazon.
Go get a $20. There you go. Right? Like, I mean, that's a no-brainer. But you can't make people do it. They need to still put the gun in the thing and lock it away.
Right.
So you could give them the box, and they still may not do it.
Yeah.
So I think that's super irresponsible on the parents' part.
For sure.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's completely the parents' fault.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
100%.
There's no excuse to not have a safe for like
Absolutely
have
not.
a gun. Like
Absolutely not.
It's unbelievable.
Absolutely not.
I mean, my heart goes out to the family. Unfortunately, I mean, they had to lose
no doubt.
a child as a result of this. And I mean, the best thing that anybody or any of us can do is just to learn about this event and, you know, be smarter about it when it comes to handling guns. And I don't know.
It is sad, but it happens all the time. We talk about it all the time. So,
Yeah.
you know, they got to get on their gun laws. We already know this, you know.
Yeah.
Be smarter, people.
Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, there's this, just be a little, use your noggin there.
Use your noggin.
Yeah. Up next, interesting food combinations that apparently we should avoid.
Yes.
A lot of them quite surprising because,
a little bit.
I mean,
We eat them all the time.
we eat them all the time. I'm sure you guys out there eat them all the time as well.
Yeah.
And you will probably be surprised as well.
You may be a little surprised here. There's some things we got shocked by, actually, and some things that are really traditional go together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We'll go through a few of them here. One of them is fruit after a meal. Fruit, which I love fruit. I like eating fruit. After a meal, why not? It's kind of like a salad or something. Like, I mean,
It's
I don't know,
kinda like a
something
little dessert.
refreshing. It's a little dessert.
Yeah.
They say it's not good. Now that you have fruits on top of whatever you just ate, it's not good to mix those two together. So if you have fruit sitting on top of whatever food you just consumed before, because of the starches, it takes about 2 hours to process, and the protein about 3 hours. This leads to bloating. So apparently that's not good.
So if you don't want to feel bloated after a meal, ladies and gentlemen, stay away from the fruit,
You got to let that food digest whatever you just ate, and then you can have the fruit later on.
which can
That's
take
some-
up a couple hours.
This one was a shocker. Protein and starch.
This is weird.
Meat and potatoes.
Yeah, you can't.
a classic.
What?
You can't do it. This is the worst combination, this doctor claims.
There's Thanksgiving. You just ruined Thanksgiving.
It's all every meal.
Christmas dinner.
Basically saying they cancel each other out. The protein, which is the meat is digested by the acid called pepsin
Yep.
in the stomach. The starch, which is the bun or macaroni or whatever side that you have as a starch, leads
Shouts
to
out the macaroni.
leads to the secretion of an enzyme called petlin, which creates an alkaline condition. So they neutralize each other, making your gut a breeding ground for bacteria. So I guess that's it for meat and potatoes. Just have meat and meat.
Yeah.
You know, that's
the Atkins diet.
Atkins diet. Pasta sauce and cheese. What? This is like these go together.
Yeah, there's so many classic combinations. I'm very disappointed.
Basically, it's an acid and a starch that are together. Two completely different chemicals that the body has to digest. So basically, the breakdown when the body has to digest two very different things.
Right.
That's where the problem seems to come into play with most of these situations. So
Okay.
that's a bad combination. Cereal and orange juice.
Yeah, you like your breakfast. You like a lot of people like having orange juice in the morning and maybe a little oatmeal or cereal. Apparently
Love
that's
it.
bad to you.
But again, you got two different combinations of things that can. One's very acidic,
Yeah.
and one is not. So
Are you
I
an
mean,
orange juice drinker? I can't picture you drinking orange juice. I don't think I've seen you drink orange juice.
I don't. It's too high in sugar.
Yeah, I'm not.
My
an orange
daughter
juice
likes to give me some in the morning because she pours some for herself, but she gives me that much
Okay.
because I say, "Listen, don't give me." So she puts like a drop. I just like the taste of
guy.
it.
And I drop them out.
Basically, is what it is. Bananas and milk. Two things I love. This is a very bad combination that produces toxins in the body. Who knew?
Oh boy.
Bananas become sour by the time it gets to the stomach in time for digestion. It can curdle milk and turns into a heavy mucus foaming substance. So you can mix these two
You know what?
together.
On one hand, it's like God bless science, but on the other hand, man, science, you're ruining a lot of comfort foods right now.
Listen, they're ruining something right now. Beans and cheese. If you're in Mexican food,
Oh yeah.
if you're in a Mexican food,
Beans.
these two are married. I think they grew up together. It's all a whole
True.
thing.
It was an arranged marriage.
Listen, it's the most popular mixture, especially if you like Mexican food. However, it also contains, it's also one that will lead to bloating and gas. Well, we kind of knew that with the beans.
Yeah.
That kind of goes hand in hand there. First of all, I'm going to have to murder this guy.
Damn.
Peanut butter and jelly.
No.
It's over.
No.
Organic or not, it's a cancer food with 25 different fungi.
What?
So you can't do it. You got to switch out the peanut butter for almond butter. It's a better option than the peanut butter. And he says
my
peanut butter.
go-to.
He said peanut butter should be avoided like the plague.
Really?
Is what he says. He says that they produce a mycotoxin called aflatoxin,
Okay.
which is a mold that research shown is a human carcinogen
Right.
that adds And then he adds almond butter is much better option. So avoid peanut butter is what he's saying.
You know how expensive almond butter is? Peanut butter is pretty expensive as well, but you know what? You can go to Costco, and I got again, I thought it was great. All natural, organic peanut butter, just made from nuts. It's great. Super oily because it's like all natural. Slightly cheaper, but I mean, almond butter is friggin' expensive.
Dude, it's good.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to switch it out.
It is very expensive, though. Yes.
Yeah, it's like $8.99, $9, depending on the company.
The almond butter's okay, but the peanut butter, got to go. Poor peanut butter. And finally, I don't want to go on and on, but the last one, burgers and beer.
Wow.
Sorry, guys, you're in that summer mode.
You know what? As long as you didn't ruin the chicken wings and beer.
Didn't talk about that.
But I'm assuming since a burger is protein,
I would assume
chicken wings and beer are probably just as bad.
I will check the last couple here, and they don't say anything about it. So I think you're okay.
Yeah.
So you're all right. Burgers and beer. Beer is the worst alcohol you can have, he says. And the problem is the grains. Beer is basically fermented grains, which means you're basically drinking fungal mycotoxin. Mycotoxins?
You have the article.
That can cause cancer, he adds. They have been shown to cause disease and death in humans and other animals. He quotes saying, burgers, if they are not from grass-fed meat, are rich in corn
I like
and
to see
soy.
what this guy eats throughout the day.
Don't know.
I want to see how perfect his diet is.
He's probably like 500 pounds.
I would hope he is. The irony would be amazing.
Oh, man. So anyway.
Or he's just super ripped and in shape.
Yeah, Kathy says all this talk is making me hungry. Listen, making me hungry. I'm kind of hungry.
Tony, I have a confession. You know what I did last night?
Oh, yeah. I love it. Yeah.
Speaking of food.
Tell me what you did. How did you do it?
Well, you knew it was...
Say it slowly.
Okay. You knew it was happening because we had those damn chips.
Oh, no. They were good. Yesterday we had some pita chips, but they were pita cinnamon chips. So basically like Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal, basically in a pita chip form.
You can finish it.
We had a couple.
Yeah.
They were damn good.
Very delicious.
TK was saying he was going. I gave him like almost a drug, and now he needed to go find more. And apparently, he found more. Did you go buy?
I told you, I was like, man, I haven't had Cinnamon Toast Crunch in years.
And he did.
Guess what I did last night? I went to the damn Sophie's and bought a whole thing of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah,
ate like
juicy.
2-3 bowls.
Oh, it's so good. Though.
It's unbelievably good.
So bad for you, but so delicious. Oh, it's good stuff. Cereal's my weakness.
You know, and I was thinking that the entire time. I was like, man, I haven't ate cereal in such a long time. But I remember as I was eating, I was like, this could be a very bad road.
I know.
I'm leading myself down.
The cereal with the sugar and the milk with the fat and sugar.
At least I had almond milk. I had almond milk. Okay.
All right.
Still, it's just as bad.
That doesn't help.
I like to see that combination: Cinnamon Toast Crunch and almond milk. Probably horrible.
Ooh. Yeah, that could be bad.
I'll talk to the scientist later.
Speaking of combinations, let's see the combination of people that joined us today with the roll call.
Check that out there.
I like them cereals right there.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, welcome everybody. Quick roll call. Brandon, Lauren, Brenda, Jeanette, Kathy, Joe, Julie, Kelly, Corey, Gail. Let's see, Anna. Who else? We got Evan. We got Jody. We got Patricia. We've got Lisa. That's who we got. So thank you everybody for joining us today. Much love and respect.
Much love and respect, ladies and gentlemen,
guys.
as always.
Yes.
Speaking of love and respect and not getting enough of it, the NFL back in the news. NFL teams will be fined for players that decide to kneel, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. This happened actually today. The decision happened as we were
earlier today,
at lunch today.
Yes.
Anyway, so NFL players will be allowed to stay in the locker during the national anthem, but the locker room, just in the locker, so they'll be allowed to stay in the locker room during the national anthem, but their teams will be fined by the league if they go onto the field and kneel publicly, according to the new rules adopted by owners on Wednesday today, in an effort to diffuse an issue that escalated last season into a national debate, basically by President Trump.
Yep.
He made it a huge issue. Funny enough, from the guy who doesn't even know the words to the national anthem.
I think we know more words than he does.
I think so, too. So players have previously been required to be on the field for the anthem. Commissioner Roger Goodell said that owners voted unanimously to rescind the rule and to fine teams if their players are on the field or sidelines, but do not show respect for the flag and the anthem.
Put some respect on it.
Put respect on that flag and anthem. At least one owner, Jed York of the 49ers, said his team abstained from the vote. Mm-hmm. Interesting. It was unfortunate that on-field protests created a false perception among many that thousands of NFL players were unpatriotic. Goodell said in a statement, "This is not and never was the case. The new policy was adopted at the league's spring meeting in Atlanta without involvement from the players' union." That's nice.
Wow.
Making a decision without the union.
Makes sense.
It's unclear how individual players will respond to the new rules. It'd be funny if like a majority of the team just stayed in the locker.
Just everybody.
Yeah.
You might see that.
I think so.
You might see a lot of that.
I hope they do. I hope they keep it going.
You may see a lot of that.
Because, I mean, it was ultimately just a protest against, like, people being treated poorly by police brutality.
Yeah.
You know? But, I mean, I think this is basically, you're adding more fuel to the fire by doing this. Me personally, I never seen anything wrong with people kneeling during the anthem. God damn it. That's what, I don't know.
You know,
that's what the people in the war were fighting for, was to be like, for you to be free and express your rights and opinions. And then I want to kneel for 1 minute.
It's a double-edged sword a little bit, because it's a freedom of expression thing.
Yeah.
But also you're in an organization that has their own law.
Yeah,
essentially.
And NFL is a privately owned. I think it's a private company.
Privately owned.
It's not run under the government.
No, not at all. And that's why they can, make
these crazy
make
decisions.
the rules whatever they want to do, right? So, also quickly welcome Tara and Nicole. She says, "Hump Day, what up?" Yeah, I don't know. It's its own government.
Yeah.
And there's one guy that runs it, the commissioner, and you have the Players Association. So you do have that side, but they didn't even consult them with this rule. He can just make rules, and they can pass the rules, and if you don't like it, you can get the fuck out.
That's true.
This is the NFL. You want to play in the NFL? You want to be a professional athlete and make millions of dollars and play a sport for a living? I would love to do that.
Yeah, it would be bad.
And you got to play by their rules.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, go to the CFL. I don't know. I mean, you ain't making millions of nothing, but listen, I also think they have the right to do whatever they want to do,
right?
Protest wise, if a player doesn't they want to stand up for their rights, hey, you can do that, but you got to be very careful. You're dealing with a private organization, period. And if they enforce a rule, guess what? You have to follow the fucking rule, and that's it.
Rich white NFL owners doing what they do best.
Yeah.
Keeping the black person hidden.
In lockers.
Yeah.
Get back in the locker.
Yeah.
I'll be right here in the locker when you're done.
Unbelievable. I was reading also in the comments when this article was released that there was a veteran. He said he even thinks it's BS. And he said he's a disabled vet. And he's like, let them effing kneel. It blows my mind that the NFL thinks that this will actually solve anything.
And that's a vet saying.
And this is a vet, who, a disabled vet at that.
I would be very curious to see what players do outside of just kneeling. Like whether they partake and put on, fundraisers or help, people that have had, mishaps of the law and been treated unfairly, and you know what I mean, or educate, you know what I mean? Like, it's cool to do the kneeling thing. I get it. And it's a grand scale.
Exactly. But I think they should be giving back to the community.
I agree.
Doing something that gives back.
I mean, not that it's an easy thing, but listen, it's a fairly easy thing to kneel. To go out of your way and take your own time and actually go and do something,
exactly.
A whole different ballgame. But
but a lot of, and the thing is, people who are kneeling, I think, they have a platform. They have a decent amount of money coming in, so they can easily, I think, put something together. It doesn't have to raise millions of dollars. Just there's a little bit of awareness and some money going to. Hell, I'd even donate somebody back to the vets that are getting poorly treated by the government.
There you go.
That's just an idea.
How do you like them apples?
If they think it's such disrespect, I would start, a organization or a fundraiser that gives money back to the people that fight for the wars and for everybody to be free in our countries, and including America, of course, where this is happening.
Right. And they have the resources to do such a thing. So shouts out.
So
Neil Armstrong.
Something that gotta stop. Speaking of kneeling, Storm's got to kneel and back off because Newfoundland is about to get pounded with 30 centimeters.
How you like them apples?
Yeah.
Environment Canada issued a snowfall warning. This is not from December. This is today.
Oh,
All right.
God.
Go to Environment Canada, go click on Gander, and see what comes up. They issued a snowfall warning in the area along the northeast coast of Newfoundland, including Gander and Grand Falls, Windsor. The National Weather Service said rain was expected to change to snow Wednesday evening, that's tonight, to become heavy overnight, with snowfall amounts potentially exceeding 30 centimeters.
Wow.
Environment Canada puts out the storm warning. It's not unheard of, because she also said, this meteorologist said, 69.2 centimeters of snow were recorded in Gander.
How many centimeters? How many there?
69.
Yeah.
69.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You want to come for this big 69? Oh, yeah. We're going to come for you, Newfoundland, a big 69. Oh, yeah. Okay.
It was recorded in Gander May 18th and 19th of 2013, so just 5 years ago. 69.2 centimeters had fallen in that town well into June.
Oh,
Okay.
What a summer.
And I remember that because I remember it was in June and they were talking about the last of the snow had just melted in Newfoundland in June. And we were sitting here, it was 25 degrees, and they just saw the last of it melt. What?
unbelievable.
So, if you're in Newfoundland,
Or you have friends in Newfoundland.
stay inside or move to Halifax.
Yeah, quickly
Those are your two
take a flight. You can probably make it before the storm starts.
Your boy was just up there,
Yeah, my friend Lucas was just there.
and he said there was snow.
It was, he was driving in like a
Oh,
snowstorm.
my God. Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah, he was telling me the story, and I was just like, oh, my dude. I can't believe it. It's crazy.
So the low tonight in Gander will be -1.
Sounds like my bed.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, meanwhile, in parts of Alberta and Saskatchewan, they're under a heat warning. The temperatures are reaching 29 degrees. So that's how fucked up Canada is. You can go from 30 degrees all the way to...
I mean, you even see the crazy weather swings and moods here in Halifax, where, there's days where literally it can be foggy in the morning, sun, rain, hail, I don't know what else, but but that's just a little bit extreme. Could you imagine that was for here?
So
I'll just knock on some
bad.
wood.
Gail says my cousin lives there. She also says they already have 25. So that's a current update for your weather. Wow. Well, shouts out to people in Gander. Be safe, and we'll send you some nice sunny pictures of our place.
Yeah, I mean,
Can you imagine them watching other people's Instagrams like here and in fucking Saskatchewan?
yeah, somewhere. Oh my god. Yeah, put on the Swiss Chalet rotisserie channel. Just watch that chicken rotate on that fire.
Is that a real channel?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, man.
I want that.
Yeah, there's the fireplace channels. Well, it comes out
Fireplace,
usually around Christmas. But I mean,
There's a chicken one?
Yeah, Swiss Chalet. Swiss Chalet, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they started it. They started the whole thing because I remember one year, a couple years ago, I was like, oh my god. Is this just a rotating, a loop video of a chicken being
2 hours later, you're still watching it?
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, I want to go get some chicken right now.
Yeah, so Newfoundland, people in Newfoundland, if you catch this the show, I mean, just think warm thoughts. I'm sending my warm thoughts with you.
Stay inside tomorrow. Watch Talking Trends tomorrow.
Yeah, you got nothing else to do.
Thursday night, you got nothing else to do right now.
Yeah,
or tonight, rewatch this one again.
Yeah, exactly.
Get them views up, people.
Yeah.
Stay inside, bye.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for tuning into another episode of Talking Trends. Myself and Tony appreciate your time as always. And we have a little game we got to go to.
We have a game to go to, and we have an event coming up Saturday.
Oh,
which I totally forgot about. Which I should not forget about it because it's my friggin' event.
Okay.
Anyway, we're doing an event. If you're in Halifax this Saturday, head out to Line and Bright, and if you're a lady. Yeah. Or if you identify yourself as a lady, you're more than welcome. Tickets are on sale right now. Eventbrite. The event is called Ladies First. It's a girls' night out, basically. So if you guys want to grab your girls, head on out and just have a girls' night where you can party it away, dance the night away, and have some drinks. We're going to have the award-winning DJ, Jules Bangsworth, coming in from Toronto.
Shouts out.
To rock the night. So pick up your tickets on eventbrite.ca. It's called Ladies First, and it's going to be this Saturday at Line and Bright, 10 p.m., and there will be tickets at the door as well.
There you go.
Bam.
Yeah, ladies, you done? Yeah, I mean, you're kind of sick of the guys who just come up behind you and start
Creepy
grabbing
dudes?
you. You know what? This is all ladies. Don't worry.
Get some creepy girls coming up.
Yeah, exactly. Get the ladies to come up behind you now and start inappropriately touching you.
Yeah, I like it.
But yeah, this happens, like Tony said, this Saturday at Line and Bright, 10 o'clock to 2 a.m.
Yeah, go check that out, guys. All ladies, all the time. So yeah, and we're off to soccer baseball right now.
Yes, basically, we're just going to pack up and hopefully start the season off right with one win.
We need to win.
We need to win right off the bat.
And Golden State lost last night, as we talked about earlier. So my $50, which I was betting that the Golden State would get to the finals, now in jeopardy.
Yeah, I was
very worried.
If Golden State had won last night, I was just going to give Tony $50 right on the show.
And I was like, yes.
Because it would have been 3-1. But now Houston tied it up 2-2. So now it's a series. It goes back to Houston. And
do I owe you $50 if they don't make it?
If Golden State does not make it to the finals,
I'm doomed.
Yeah, you owe me $50.
Stupid Curry.
I don't know. It was a good game. You know what? If anybody watched the game, that's the kind of game I expected the series to be, but no lopsided blowouts, as it's been kind of happening. So hopefully next game is close like that one. It'd be a really interesting series.
Be good. Irvin says, go Houston. No, man, I'm going to lose money. You understand what I'm talking about?
Go Houston.
50 bones.
Yeah.
All right. We're off the soccer baseball. We hope that you all come back tomorrow. Thank you guys for joining us once again today. We'll be back tomorrow at 5 o'clock for your Thursday. We'll see y'all then.
Take care, ladies and gentlemen.
Peace.
Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Talking Trends. If you like the show, please subscribe below.